Hello, everybody. What's up? Eric MN Twins 28 here. I'm giving you a rant, so to speak. This is not a channel update whatsoever on my channel, even though I need to do one of those. This is kind of more of a rant of what's coming up this Sunday, this weekend in the 2019/20 NFL playoffs that are coming up. As you know, following my channel, you know I'm a big Viking fan. Go Vikes. They made it into the playoffs this year, 10-6 record. Lost the division to Green Bay. We should have won the division. We could have easily beat Detroit. Not Detroit, excuse me. We could have easily beat Green Bay twice this year, but bad defense showed up. Bad Kirk showed up. Just a bunch of injuries. And we didn't win the division. And there was other games that we could have won too. We should have beaten the Bears. We almost beat them on Sunday with our backups. Bears barely beat us with their number ones to our number 2s and 3s. We should have beaten the Chiefs. We lost a couple games with backup quarterbacks playing against us that we weren't prepared for. But, you know, it was 10-6 is nothing to be mad about. That's great. That's a great record. The Vikings look better than they did last year. That's for damn sure. 8-7-1 last year. Some people are shitting on Cousins. You know, Kurt did good this year. He had his moments where he looked like crap. But midway through the season, he turned around and he was pretty damn good up until that last Green Bay game, and then he fell apart again. But mostly, it wasn't Kurt's problem. It was the offensive line is a joke. Elflein and Bradbury, especially, and Riley Reef. I'm sorry, the guy sucks. There's a reason why Detroit let him go, and we picked him up. The guy sucks. We're paying what, $8-9 million for this piece of crap. Vikings need to get rid of him and replace him. You know, Elfheim, we drafted him years ago. I don't know how many years ago to be our center, and then it didn't work out. We slid him over to left guard or tackle or whatever, and we drafted Bradbury. Bradbury is a rookie this year. He's had good, he's had bad, so we'll give him a pass. If he continues next year, well, that's 2 centers/guards now that we've flopped on. But that's not what I want to get into the most. What I want to get into is this Sunday. Let me look at the schedule. This Sunday, the 5th, January 2020, we're going down to New Orleans. So, yes, we have history with New Orleans. We've played them before in the playoffs, many times, in fact. And there's just people shitting on the Vikings right now saying they have no chance. They have no chance. Even Viking fans, there's some of them are saying we have no chance. Bullshit, we don't have a chance. We have tons of chance. And here's why I think it's going to be closer than anybody thinks it's going to be. And this is why I think we're going to win. Number one, everybody's healthy. Going into this game, everybody's going to be healthy. The Bears game, the Week 17 game we played against the Bears, where we barely lost, playing our 2s and 3s. That was essentially a bye week for our starters. Pretty much all the starters sat. So the ones that weren't playing for weeks on end because of injury, they got an extra week to prepare, to rest. Dalvin Cook's will be 100% ready. He's going to be back. Alexander Madison, the other running back, our backup, who's also pretty damn good, he's going to be back. Adam Thielen, who's been dealing with his hamstring injury, he's going to be back. Linval Joseph, he's going to be back. The defense, number ones, are going to be ready. Yes, they've not looked good, especially Xavier Rhodes and Trey Waynes, looking at you two. Defense is going to be rested and prepared. If the defense can play tough and hang in there, I think we have a chance. Yes, New Orleans has a good offense. I will give them credit. Drew Brees is one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They have some good receivers, Michael Thomas, to be exact. Alvin Kamara, the running back. Latavius Murray, the former Viking, he's there. They have weapons. But here's the big one. New Orleans defense sucks. It's Swiss cheese. Now, people were saying, well, wait a minute. They ranked in the top 10 or top 15 or whatever it was. They're pretty good. That's a skewed number, and here's why. If you look at any game where defense has played, even though they've won, they're like 13-3 or something like that. I don't remember what the Saints' record was. they've always played with a huge lead, so they've always allowed a lot of points, but yet the Saints have always won, and their defense is trash, especially against the run. Well, they're going to be facing two of the best runners in the league, at least one of the best runners. Madison's good, too. He's nothing to sneeze about. I like our chances on the run against the Saints, and they're going to have to figure out a way to stop Dalvin Cook to make Kirk Cousins throw, and they got to keep Kirk Cousins in the pocket, because if he rolls out and gets time, he's going to find our receivers, Diggs, Thielen, and Irv Smith, and Kyle Rudolph. And even I'll give you, and I'm going to throw a Cinderella guy to watch out for. Some people might laugh at this, but Treadwell. Laquan Treadwell, now getting his second chance with the team. He's actually doing pretty good. He's a decent blocker. He does a good job in that. And he's been making some catches. And yeah, he doesn't have fancy numbers, nothing in mind-blowing, but keep an eye out for Treadwell. He could be a dark horse. And of course, you got old BC Johnson. He's pretty good too, so watch out for him. But that Saints defense is trash. Yes, their numbers, they're ranked in the middle, midway to top, but that's only because the Saints offense have bailed their asses out and they score 50 points a fucking game. Excuse my French. So all these people are saying, oh, the Vikings don't have a chance, blah, blah, blah. Baloney. We have as much chance as anybody against New Orleans. Yes, it's a hostile environment, but you know what? They're pissed off still. They want some revenge because of the miracle. You know what? We're still pissed off because of what your team and your coaches allowed in 2009 when you illegally took out players and paid them to do it too. Nobody's forgotten that. And I still think to this day, the Saints should have been penalized more for that bullshit, not just having draft picks taken away and coaches and players suspended for however long. They should have had that Super Bowl taken away in 2010, 2009, whatever, when they went to face the Colts. Viking fans are still pissed about that. And I don't lay blame on Brett Favre, but, you know, he the pass across his body. That was bad, too. And Adrian Peterson turfing the ball 3 times. But if they call a flag on that play, that's an easy 15 yards. And Favre, we should have scored there. But it didn't happen, and whatever. But if anybody's got revenge on their mind, it's Minnesota. And I think we're going to go down there, and we're going to open a can of whoop ass on that piece of shit, Sean Payton. And sorry, Drew Brees, but this ain't your year, and you should have went to a different team, because I think the Saints are beatable, even though it's in their dome. And yeah, they got a great offense. That's better than ours, but their defense is trash. And I think our defense has been showing up as of late. We got a lot of studs on the defensive line, including backups, Weatherly and Odenabo, who's been making a name for himself, and who I think is going to take over for Griffin next year. I think he'll be a salary cap casualty, unfortunately, but we're going to have to make some tough decisions. But I think the Vikings are going to surprise people. I hope they're going to win. They probably won't, but I think it's going to be a high-scoring affair. I think it's going to be along the lines of 35-28, somewhere around there, maybe 34-31. It might come down to field goal. We'll find out. But I think the Vikings, I'm going to be optimistic. I think they can pull it off. I think it's going to be close if they beat Seattle. Or New Orleans, excuse me. I would love them to blow the fuck out of them. I would love to see like 44-17, but I know it's not going to happen because that Saints offense, it's going to be tough to keep them down. I think the Vikings can hang in there, though. I think we'll be okay. So that's my rant about the game this Sunday. A quick... Before I end this video, though, I'm going to go through the other games real quick. Not that I care. Just my predictions. Buffalo and Houston Texans. Houston's 2.5 favorites. I'm not sure the health of them. I like Watson better than I do. Buffalo's quarterback, so I'll take Houston in that one. And that's on Saturday the 4th. And then the other AFC game, which happens to be that same day, Patriots and Titans. Patriots going to win that one. Although I would love to see the Titans upset the Patriots. Everybody's tired of the Patriots. I hate the Patriots, but I'll take New England. And then the game after the Vikings on Sunday, Seattle's a 2-point favorite on the road to Philly. I don't care for Seattle and Eagles. They were my secondary team. That was until their fans decided to be jackasses to ours in the NFC Championship game. the year that they went to the Super Bowl. But I'm going to pick, as much as I like to see the Eagles win, I think Seattle's going to beat them. Eagles are just too banged up. They got receiver issues, and they're banged up. And Seattle's banged up too, but I think Seattle's a better team. And they've been to the big dance before, but so has the Eagles. But I'll take Seattle. I think they're going to cover the spread, and I think they'll win by 3 or 4, maybe 5. So those are my picks for the playoffs. But as far as the Vikings, I'm just getting a little irritated with hearing some of the fans, including our own fans, just saying they have no chance. They have no chance. Our record against the Saints in the playoffs overall is great, and I think at one point it was undefeated up until the Bounty Gate. We were undefeated against the Saints, and I think it could continue. I think we're gonna pull it out. So that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Comment down below if you want to chime in on what you think the Vikings are going to do Sunday against the Saints. If you like this episode or this video, hit that like button. If you're new to my channel, hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Until next time, peace out. Skol Vikings.